Hey, what's up, everybody? Greg Ray here with Outdoor Solutions Long Range Shooting Schools, and we are bringing you all another Tacticam tip. So, one of the questions that we get asked more probably than anything, or at least one of the most asked questions, is about bullet choice. Obviously, there are tons of options. Depends on whether you're hunting, what kind of game that you are hunting, or if you're on the range, and also the distances that you're shooting, and even the caliber that you choose, or even the twist rate on your barrel. So there's a lot of different factors, but probably the easiest way to dummy it down is just find what your gun likes. So I think probably the first thing that I could offer is to choose premium quality ammunition. So what we're going to do today is I've got a 300 Win Mag. It's one of the rifles I hunt with. Probably more than anything, it's my Benelli Lupo. And I do have one ammo that I get to probably more than any of the others just because I'm confident with it. I hunt with it a lot and I know that it puts animals down. And so this is a hunting round or hunting ammo that I use. But what we're going to do is 3 different types of ammo with 3 different types of bullets and 3 different weights. So the first one, which is pretty much my go-to in almost anything that I hunt elk or bigger in North America, is the Barnes TSX 180 grain. My rifle that I shoot the most really likes it. I get good tight groups, and with this solid copper bullet, I know that it's going to put animals down. So that's going to be the first one that we shoot. Then we're going to go to a 185 grain Burger. This is their hybrid. To be honest with you, I've never hunted with it. I have fired a few rounds downrange. Burger is really known for an extremely high BC, really good for long range. But like I said, I really don't have a ton of experience with it. And one thing that you'll notice too, that all 3 that I have here are Federal cartridges. They load a lot of different bullets, so really good choice for variety. So then this last one, we go a little bit heavier. Actually, I'll back up. So if I didn't say, that Burger is 185 grain. The first one with the Barnes was a 180. And then now this one, which is actually Federal's own bullet, which is the Terminal Ascent in a 200 grain. Now I have shot this one a decent amount in my 6.5 Creedmoor for white-tailed deer, antelope, hogs, a few things like that, but I have not shot it in my 300 Win Mag. So what we're going to do is just 3 round groups. I'm going to shoot all 3 and we'll just kind of do a comparison, see which one this gun likes the best, see what kind of group we can get from it. And to help us out with that, I will have the Tacticam LR on the target so you guys can have a better look at what I'm shooting. All right, stand by, here we go. Okay, so here we go. First up is going to be the Barnes TSX in 180s. I think we'll just go right to the center. We'll go to the center diamond on this one and see how it performs. So you can see that it likes that one pretty well. That last shot I actually did pull a little bit. It's still a sub-MOA group, so that's really good, especially for hunting. Again, that's a hunting round, so that's 180 grain Barnes. I'm going to let this rifle cool for just a second. When we come back, we'll go to the 185 Burgers and see how they do. Okay, now we're back for round number 2. Again, these are the Burger 185s. And I honestly can't remember if I've shot these out of my 300 Win Mag or not. I think maybe I have on the range, but I don't remember the results, so it really doesn't matter. Let's see how this one does. All right, so on this one, we're going to go on the bottom right diamond and see how we do. Again, we've got the Tacticam LR hooked up so you guys can see the impact shots a little bit better. All right, so again, we had the first 2 pretty much side by side, maybe even touching. And that third one felt like a good shot, unlike my third shot on that first round with the Barnes TSXs. And it pulled down, looks like I'm probably right at a minute. We'll take a closer look at it. But anyway, we're going to let it cool one more time, then we'll go to the 200s, which is the terminal ascent, and we'll see how they do. All right, so we are back for the final three. And again, those are the Federal Ascent 200 grain. And I will say one disadvantage of choosing a 300 Win Mag, you can't put too many rounds to it without that barrel heating up. So I'm just doing 3 at a time. Obviously that can affect the impact and can affect your groups. The hotter that barrel gets, the more the group tends to open up. So that's why we're taking a little bit to let the barrel cool down. So let's get this final one down, and then what we'll do, we'll take a walk down there. I know you guys are able to look through the Tacticam LR, and normally I would have connected that to my smartphone or to my iPad, but one, I didn't bring my iPad, and two, my battery is about dead on my phone, so it would have gone completely dead if I would have done that, and we could have just looked right here together. But give me an excuse to walk 100 yards down there and 100 yards back. So let's see how these do, and we'll walk down. All right, so on this one, I am going to go on the bottom left diamond. So that is a pretty telling story, and I'm quite confident it has nothing to do with the Ascent bullet, but has more to do with the weight. Typically on any 300 Win Mag that I've owned, the 180 grain seems to be the sweet spot in it. And on this one, or most 300 Win Mags, you've got a 1 in 10 twist rate. So that means that the bullet is twisting or spinning one time for every 10 inches. And that 200 grain may not stabilize enough with that twist rate. So obviously a little bit more knockdown power, but we're not getting the tight groups in it that we did with the other two. So anyway, let's go take a look down there real quick, and we'll talk about the results, and we'll wrap this up. Let's go take a walk. All right, so right here in the center, which is definitely our best group, this is with the Barnes TSX 180 grains, and this is my last shot here. So here's my first two, pretty much in the same hole. That last one, I 100% pulled that. I knew it when I did it. So probably would have been an even better group. For most of you probably know this is 1 minute of the angle. This whole square, that's 1 inch, and we're at 100 yards, so that's shooting under half a minute. That's really, really good. Then we went to the bottom right down here, and still shot a minute, it looks like, maybe even just a little bit under. And those were the 185 grain burgers. I believe they're called the Hunter Hybrid, or the Hybrid Hunter. So they did okay. That was 185 grain. Then we come over here to the 200 grain, and it really opened up. So we're covering almost 2 minutes of angle. So that did not perform too well. Again, like I was saying, that will have more to do with bullet weight than anything else, as we shoot a ton of federal ammunition. And I know out of the 6.5 Creedmoor that Terminal Ascent does really well. So anyways, it was a lot of fun. I love doing stuff like this. Hope you guys enjoyed this Tacticam tip, and we will see you guys on the next one.